Hi everyone and welcome back. Sorry about the delay between videos, it's summer holidays and I've been doing other things. Like today, I just sailed off for church. Yep, just a normal thing you do before breakfast. Right, what am I going to talk about today? Well, there's a big hoo-ha a little while back about contrast paints. So I thought, right, I'm going to grab myself a couple. Why? Because I had the perfect figure, which is the Bard we looked at, which is a 3D print. And it's going to be mainly black. So I thought, okay, I'll get some, let's give it a go. So let's get down to the table and find out if they're any good. So you can hear it's quite thin. So I thought, right, I'm going to be prone to the famous nulling oil accidents. So I've grabbed myself one of the bases I make for the big pots. They're available over on the Facebook page. Just provides a bit of support, stops you knocking them over. Better safe than sorry. Right, let's open this up. Looks like just a thin paint. It's definitely thicker than nulling oil. So let's have a feel. Feels the brush quite well. So let's meant to whack it on. That feels weird. It does feel quite strange to work with. Just sort of whack it on like a paint. And I'm just working my way around. I didn't use any of the fancy primers, it's just a grey primer. And I have thickened up some of the bits I definitely want black. Trying to pull his head off as I work my way around. Just making sure it doesn't flow overly, it sort of sits. So it just feels a bit weird to work with, so it's definitely a learning curve there. Let's get under here. Yeah, as you can hear, kids are still at home. Only a couple more days to go and they'll all be at school. So I'm just working my way around. Always feels slower when you're painting on camera. Sorry if I'm putting you to sleep. Right, there's a little bit in there as well. Lucky it's not too fancy to get a brush into. There. I'll whack on. Right, I've finished him off. What can I say? Well, it works quite well for like robes and for fabric. It gives more of a natural sort of look. I did give it a dry brush underneath before I went over it with a contrast paint. I did add a bit more colour to the base just to give you a bit more of a idea. Overall, yeah, it's not bad stuff. Let's stick up the camera and have a chat. Right, there you go, first play with contrast paints. So, what's my thoughts? Where is it? Is this better than sliced bread? No, I prefer sliced bread, to be honest. Will it have its use? Definitely. Fabrics, the brown I've seen work well for horses. I've got some green. I'm going to try for the orcs. Try and do their flesh that way, see how well that works. Would I go out and spend 150 odd quid or whatever it is to buy a whole range? No. I may buy the odd one here and there for certain projects as I go. I do think they have their place in your paint set. I think they're useful. I think they're a good product. You could mix them yourself. If I was doing it for terrain, yes I would. And doing for miniatures, I prefer to work with pre-bought stuff. You know what you get in terrain. If something doesn't quite work, you can fiddle it, make it work. You can adjust it accordingly, etc. Not so easy when you're working on a figure. So, yep, definitely keep that in mind. They're not overly cheap, but I think they go a fair way because you're not going to use tons and tons of it. You're not going to. I don't think I'm going to go out and paint a whole army in contrast paints, to be honest. Some people might. If you're doing loads wearing red robes or something, great. There's a nice red that works quite well. I have heard reports there's slightly different variations between the colours, how they work, their consistency. Some of them more like a glaze. So I can't comment on it because I haven't found one like that yet. But keep it in mind and go out, oh, I've got a nice blue army, I'm just going to whack over it with this. Might not work. But definitely have a play with them. Don't write them off. And also don't dive in and buy the whole lot in one go, in my mind. Just get the ones as you think, yep, that'll work for what I'm doing. Give it a go. Well, that's it for this week. And what am I working on at the moment? I do have a huge, great 3D print project running, which hopefully within a week, maybe two, I can give you an overview of what's going on before it's all painted. Just show you the stuff all clipped together. Want to get it ready for our D&D campaign. No more hints. Well, there's been a few on the Facebook page, to be honest. Right, thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe and get it out there. Also, don't forget to nip over to Tabletop Fanatics. Please join the group there. Feel free to share your stuff. I'm trying to avoid getting any politics. You can't promote this, you can't do that. Don't want that. It's getting quite hard for people producing YouTube channels, Kickstarters, companies, actually getting their stuff out there within the constraints of the group. So you've got this great community sat in this group and the info can't get in there. There's a bit of protectionism, I suppose is the word. Don't want that. At the end of the day, the more we share stuff, the more information out there, better for all of us. Well, have a great week and I'll see you all soon. Cheers!